What's up, my people? Before we start the show, make sure you like the video, comment on the commentary, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the GVG family, because without you, there's no us. And as always, we thank you, and all praises to the Most High. Now let's get into it. What up, everybody? It's your boy Hally back again, Gvg Podcast, Detroit representative to the day that I die, east side in the building and all that good stuff. I hope everybody blessed. I hope this message finds you blessed. It's your boy, man. What up, though? How everybody feeling today, man? Y'all know that this a family walk. Y'all know where I'm walking. Y'all walking. When y'all walking, I'm walking. We all trying to make it and get with the Heavenly Father. Y'all know it's God versus gods. It's the true creator, the Heavenly Father, versus the people and things and deities that we put in front of him and worship instead of him. Y'all know how I get my points off the phone and then I go off the fly. Y'all ready? It's already done. So today, I think this is more a timeline type of thing. I just want to talk about this because it's something that I've had conversations with people about. And it really kind of had me like, why? You know, why? Why is this? It's a conundrum. So what we're talking about today is no more RnB groups. Y'all notice that? 2024. Is it any RnB groups? Like, out of music, what is it? 2%? It ain't whole milk no more. It's 2% now. We're going to dive into this. Let's go. No more RnB groups. The first thing I'm going to say before I get to my points is they always say that I blame social media for everything. Maybe I do. Let's do this. TLC, the OJs, Boys to Men, Jodeci, Hoo yeah! Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, New Edition, In Vogue, Escape, etc., etc., etc. What happened? Everybody gone. It's crazy. Well, we gonna dive into it. I'm gonna give you my opinion on why I think there are no more RnB groups. Y'all ready? So I'm gonna give you my definition of RnB or RnB groups. It's the infectious blending of harmonious voices, creating a masterpiece for your ears and connecting with your spirit. I think I pretty much got that. Maybe might be some differences. Whatever. My first point is this. RnB has stepped out of their lane and stepped into the trendy rap lane. Do you agree? Rock and roll dying off. Pop music dying off. Heavy metal dying off. Jazz dying off. Blues dying off. RnB dying off. Or maybe it's just an evolution. What I see in today's time is the times have changed and the coolness has changed. So you won't hear a Boys to Men song in today's time. You're not going to hear it on the radio. You're not going to hear someone bring in that hook, then the verse, then the hook, then the verse, then the bridge and the breakdown, then the hook again and the climax. You know, like R. Kelly and different people used to do. Don't mean to say R. Kelly, I know it, but you know. So it's something about these times where RnB just isn't cool enough anymore. It's not cool to be that vulnerable person anymore. It's not cool to be the one who will give you the sun, the moon, the stars, and the mountains. That ain't there no more. Babyface, soon as I get home from work, that's not there anymore. The Gerald Leverts, rest his soul. Like, that's not there anymore. Everybody, like, I was with my people, I was rolling with my people, they was over there chilling, we was over there chilling, they was like, we was like, I don't mess with them, they don't mess with me. You're like, this is R&B now? Okay. I guess this is R&B. I guess it's rap and blues now instead of, rhythm and blues. You can disagree with me, but I think R&B has stepped out of their own lane and started to step into the lane of trends. Whatever is trending. You can see a lot of R&B singers now starting to make rap songs. You can hear a lot of the R&B singers just making hip hop type of R&B now. It's not R&B anymore. It's like hip hop R&B. So, next point. One thing I noticed is singers, ever since they stepped in the trendy rap lane, all they do is sing rap lyrics now. Like when you turn on that R&B song, it's like they're saying stuff that Tupac would say. Like, I'ma ride or die, and you gon' ride or die, and we gon' die together, and we gon' rob the bank together, and I'll be your getaway driver, and they shooting, we shooting, and I don't give a about them, and they don't give about me, and I slap that, and she'll do. This ain't R&B no more. This is gang, like y'all singing drill music. Y'all singing gangster rap. Like, this is different. So, when you turn the demonic tube on, the demonic radio on, it is full blast. It's full blast demon time now. I don't even know what to say anymore. I catch a body for you, you catch a body for me. I kill that girl if she look at you twice, and we at Walmart fighting, and I slap her and take her tracks out and stomp her and shoot up her. Like, ain't these women? When did women start doing all of this? They ain't never been scared of no woman. They sound like they got bazookas in the house. Next point. One thing I will say is there has been many problems within the R&B groups, and then you mix that with ego and money, and it's just a spontaneous combustible component. You can look at the new additions, the different groups where there were just things going on behind the scenes where these personalities weren't going to be able to work with each other. Everybody starts out young with this dream and, this vision and all of this. And then once things come into play, everybody wants their slice of the pie. Some people want the whole pie. Some people feel like they're not getting enough. And what happens is all these characters get to a point where they just combust. They're like, we ain't getting paid like we supposed to. This dude keep trying to sing over me. Like, it's a lot to these R&B groups behind the scenes. And, you're starting to see a lot of it in these movies and documentaries where people just didn't get along. It's all them VH1 and Bravo shows, basically, where people are forced to be around each other, and all they doing is stone cold stunnering each other and hitting them with a Israel Ayasanda punch and throwing the wine in their face. And it's like, why are these people around each other? Because they're forced to, because it's box office TV. The times we live in, people. So, of course, you have the problems within the R&B groups and the ego and money. But then the other thing is, some singers have always been bigger than the group. Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, Bobby Brown, New Edition, James Brown. I think it was James Brown and the Flames, something like that. They was ready to kill James, but James Brown was bigger than the group. One of the biggest acts on the planet now, Beyonce. She was bigger than Destiny's Child, et cetera, et cetera. There are people who their trajectory is just higher than yours. And there are wolves who are around them saying, we can eat the most off of you. Beyonce, you don't need Destiny's Child. They just some country-born girls who singing and harmonizing in the background. Now you can get the Pepsi deal. You can get Jay-Z. You can get the Grammys. Your kids gonna get Grammys. You will be the biggest megastar on the earth besides Taylor Swift because she white. So there is something about the talent of people where, hey, you just better. There's something, your star shines brighter than the other 3 or 4 people in the group, and you know it. And those people, most of the time, they're going to be mad. They're going to be disgruntled. They're going to be like, oh, it was all about us and we was doing this together. They don't understand because they're not in that position. They're not in the position to be the person who's like, you think I'm about to turn down this contract? I done did the Super Bowl since y'all was gone. I've done things. I'm knocking them out the park with the tours. They paying me $16 million to do something. If I was with y'all, it wouldn't have happened. So, that's another reason why R&B groups don't exist. I go back to social media is my next point, because they say that I blame social media for a lot of stuff. So I'm going to go back to social media on this point. I've noticed that we have individual accounts, even though people may be in groups. So before social media, you got everybody in one setting. When social media popped off, now you can have 5 members of a group, but all 5 of them, they'll have a group page, but all 5 of them will have an individual account where now I'm interacting with people who like just me, who follow just me, who are fans of just me, as opposed to they might not like this dude, they might not like this chick, but for some reason they like me. So now, kind of like when you was young, or when back 20, 30, 40 years ago, everybody had a landline, so everybody in the home had to use that one phone. And then when cell phones, smartphones came out, it became an individual thing. So now I don't have to use the house phone. Now I can use my own phone and have my own individuality. And that's what you're seeing with R&B groups is I'm a personality outside of this. I want fans outside of this. I want followers outside of this. I want people to comment directly to me and not the group, because the group is just a persona. This is me right here. This is me cooking. This is me with my girl. This is me with my kids. This is me at Walmart, and that's, people are craving that individual attention. So that's a big reason why, probably one of the biggest reasons why you don't see R&B groups anymore, because everybody wants to exist as an individual. So the next point is, it's a sad story about no more love songs. Man, it's like men and women really loved each other. And whoever was writing those songs, they really had something there. And it was something about the way a man would talk about loving a woman and please take me back. And not saying that they weren't doing their dirt, because I know that's what most people will say, but it's just something about the way that we connected with each other that's not here in today's time. Now I see a spirit of us not needing each other, not wanting each other, transactions, and if you can't do this for me, if you can't spend $5,000, if you don't have a Benz, if you we're somewhere else in our spirit when it comes to relationships. And it's bleeding through in the music, because you hear people talk about loving each other, but it's in this delusional thug way. If I'm a man and that's my girl, I'm talking about her as if she's one of my homeboys. Like, you take the wheel, we shooting, I'm out here. You out here with me. Anybody say something, we fighting together, we dying together, we shooting together. She taking the wheel, she smoking, she rolling the blunt. She popping the Hennessy, we drinking together, we fight. Like, it's like, whoa, this is my girl. Nah. I don't need you to fight with me. I don't need you to shoot with, like, come on. Nah, that's different. So there's a different spirit on today's, love. There's a different function to today's love. I'll just say that. So all those things I said, I'll say this. Maybe times have changed and I'm just outdated. I think there comes a point in time in your life when the trends and the relevancy passes you by. Some people are exceptions to the rule, but I always say you go from the person running on someone's grass to being the person to tell someone to stay off your grass. It's possible that I may just be outdated. The time I grew up in isn't the time people are growing up in nowadays. So everything has an evolution. Everything has a changing of the guards. And maybe I'm one of those people who have to accept the changing of the guards. That things are just different. Things have changed. And my way is not the wave. How I think is not the majority anymore. I'm not part of the population who says this is cool or this is not cool. I'm somewhere else. I'm on the island of irrelevancy, while everyone else is on the island of relevancy. They say that the housewives and love and hip hop and all these things are it. And to me, I'm like, why? So maybe I'm on this old island by myself, even when it comes to the changing of the music. I know some people agree, some people don't, but hey, maybe I'm outdated. It's possible. I'm not going to apologize for it, and I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. Is what it is. Another thing I will say about why there's no more R&B groups is I think some people are now scared to walk through the door of uncertainty, the uncertainty of success or failure. So the way things are set up in today's time is they're only banking or gambling on the ones who they believe are going to be stars and are going to make hits. And now that we have more control over our name, likeness, and image, I think sometimes people are just scared to jump out there in this group. Oh, we're an R&B group. It's 4 members, 5 members. It's hard in 2024 to form a group because you will feel like you're the only group who's making music in that genre, because most artists are singular now. So it's almost like you're scared to be that one outlier or that one outlier group of, we gonna be the R&B group, even though everybody else is singular and doing what they do. We gonna continue to bring that spirit of the R&B group. I think people are scared to do it in today's time because it's a chance that you may fail. And what do we want to do in today's time? We want success. We want uber success. And the people who are uberly successful are singular. Next point, people. Where did the respect go? Where did the black love go? Where did the love go, period? What I see with the changing of times, maybe like I said, maybe I'm outdated. Maybe there's things that I don't understand, but there's a different level of respect in today's time. People don't respect themselves or each other the way that they used to. And love is like a big thing. Like unity, I don't see it. What I see is nobody cares anymore. Like, everybody is just out to get what they want. A lot of us have some mental issues and we don't want to admit it, but why do we hate each other so much? Why are we so fast to hate each other? Why are we so quick to hate each other? Why is there no love in the community? Why is everybody, I could do bad by myself, and if you ain't got $100,000, and he like, if you don't look like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, I can't mess with you. It's this video vixen and hood rich rapper mentality that we have been spoon fed for 20, 30 years. And this is the maturation of it to where we feel like this is who we are. That's not love. That's fantasy. You're not thinking about the man who puts on the work boots and works 40 to 60 hours every week and come home to make sure the lights and the gas are on, and his wife who's working 32 to 40 hours and coming home and trying to cook and make sure the kids are okay. Nobody's talking about that black love. Everybody's talking about, if you can't do this for me and if you can't do that for me, and he like, if you ain't a 10, if you ain't got the biggest booty on earth, it's like, bro, where is the love? Where is the I love you despite your flaws? I love you even though you're not rich. I love you even though you might not have the best car. Because it's not about your stuff. It's not about what you have. It's about you. When did it stop becoming about the soul? When did it stop becoming about the heart? When did it stop becoming about the intelligence and the love, and it start to become about what you wear and what you have and what you can offer me? We're backwards in today's time, people. This is why R&B groups are dying off. Next point. I'm going to end on this. Only groups who were accepted 30 to 40 years ago still tour and have a following. So New Edition can still tour. Escape, SWV. TLC, God rest left eye. But you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, you will turn your radio on or your TV on and you'll see a commercial for an act from the 80s or the 90s and they're still touring. Why? Because they still have fans from the 80s and the 90s. They're on tour and they're still making money off of the old school following that they have. So if you listen to New Edition back in the day and they say New Edition is coming to Detroit, Michigan next week, a lot of people is going to go buy them tickets because of the nostalgia of, I grew up to them. These was the ones. So I'm saying that to say a lot of people aren't accepted in today's time. You can become cringe to people in 5 seconds and they won't mess with you ever again. The OJs, Frankie Beverly and Maze and different groups, their music is timeless because it came from a different time. But you're judged on a different level today. And you're not going to find an R&B group that's going to come out today because it may be considered cringe to have an R&B group. They may be like, these dudes weird and lame and they this and they that for having 5 people in the group. Like, that ain't going to work. And I was like, wow. That's messed up to me, because even when you think about rap, like, there are no more rap groups because everybody wants to be an individual. They may be a gang, but they're not together, which I have a podcast that I'm doing later about. This is part 2 of groups. It's about there are no more rap groups. They don't exist anymore. They only gangs. People will be like, I'm YNF this, I'm YFL this, I'm MBM this, but they exist in different spaces. They're not all together like a NWA was. So people, I just want you to know that we have moved into a time of more individuality and not a collective. You can see that in any basis. It's not just R&B, it's not just rap. You can apply that to even the workforce. A lot of people would rather work at home now than go into the office with a lot of people. School, a lot of kids don't want to go to school anymore. They would rather stay home and do their work individually. So social media and COVID and a lot of things have changed the way we do things in today's world. And a lot of people have anxiety being around 5 people, 10 people, 20 people for some reason. We're moving into a different time, people. Maybe I'm outdated, maybe I'm old school, but for some reason in today's time, there are no more R&B groups. And I know that GVG, we usually talking about God versus guys. We're usually talking about, the Heavenly Father versus all the things and peoples and deities that we worship instead of him. But I just wanted to bring this video out because it was just something that we were having a conversation about. And, I just want y'all to check it out for me. Tell me what y'all think. Give me y'all opinions on this one, and we'll be back next week. Y'all know how we do. It's your boy Hally. Until next time, I love all of y'all. It's GVG. We out. Thank you for being a part of this experience. GVG appreciates every single one of you. I hope you came away from this video with a little more perspective, patience, understanding, and purpose. So until next time, we on Christ time.